All right, we're just waiting for the alien team, I believe. And there we go. The 10-second countdown has begun. Game 4 of the WasabiCup Grand Final versus Archaea and Pokemasters.
Here we go. And we're off, and we have close spawns again, aliens in atrium,
wow.
Marines in flight control. Let's see what the split is. I think we're going to see, well, we're seeing 4 Marines splitting straight up towards atrium, and we're going to have very fast first contact in crevice. Yep, there it is. So the aliens and Marines know exactly where each other are.
So they've gone for an instant hive drop in data core, unlike the alien team last time. They're going to try to get this hive up right away, but what they don't know is that there's a Marine named Fana sitting in crossroads, and they'll probably move immediately towards reactor and realize these aliens are growing something in DC.
They will, and once they do, you can bet there'll be a lot of pressure coming down on that hive. And Ryan sending Zubat flying into the crevice there. That was pretty cool. And they're holding that. There are cysts here, but no, there are no cysts. The cysts have been killed. It looks like crevice will not be taken. And they're not going to have a second resource point for a while. Venusaur is alone in data core and very vulnerable right now. He's got to build these harvesters up as quickly as possible.
Oh, and here they come. Here they come. Fana and them, they know something's up.
And
they're moving into data core. They know that the hive is up. Fana has seen the hive.
These two players are not the kind of players that will mess around. They will kill a Gorge very easily. He's trying to put a clog wall up, but he is too slow. Fana kills Venusaur very quickly. Luckily, those Hydras are up because that's going to be the only thing standing between these Marines and an insta-hive kill.
Aliens are all taken out. This is a moment where something really, really bad needs to happen. But look, back up at Atrium, we have 2 Marines that were alive. The wave spawn is really bad for Skugan right now, as he's only at about 57%, all alone up there. Oh, no, there's Ryan, but Ryan goes down to Venusaur.
The Hydras are dead. That means these Marines can close range with this hive. There's pressure on the Atrium hive as well. Pokemasters is really under pressure right now. And remember, Pokemasters must win every game if they want to win this tournament. They are down 2-1 at the moment, and it is a best of 5.
Marines trying to get aggressive, put up a phase gate here in DC. They're unable to do so as the alien team starts to come in. But what they don't realize is there's 3 Marines and these 2 Skulks. But they are trying to parasite. Oh, now there's 4 Skulks. This could be nasty in pipeline.
It could indeed be nasty in pipeline. 4 Skulks there. It looks like they're going to be able to keep this room quite secure. Charizard is putting up new Hydras in the darkness here. The power is out. It's going to make it harder to shoot in here. And a phase gate up in ventilation. That's pretty cool.
The data core hive is up already. So they have 33 res. Will they go for leap right away? Or will they actually go for something like blink, or even wait and just get a fade on the field right away at 3 minutes? They could do it.
They may indeed go for a fast fade, but that's a lot of resources. I mean, 40 resources on a fade at the 3-minute mark is a toughie because you're not going to have new harvesters for quite a while. They've only got 1 harvester right now, and that fade will not have blink. So it would be a really crazy play if they went for that.
Well, they're at 38 resources. They they went for leap. Okay, yep. So they've gone for leap.
So leap is the ability that allows Skulks to close distance with Marines very rapidly. You can hit your right click after the commander evolves leap, and that allows you to do a leap, funnily enough.
Alien's doing a good job of keeping the Marines out of data core at this point, but the Marines are building up their tech. They are starting to get down these res nodes all over the map. They have 4 active res nodes at this point. They've got their armory finally being built in base, which we'll probably see move to an advanced armory pretty fast.
Oh, but look at this. The harvester in Atrium has gone down. Luckily, the alien team does have enough resources to go for another harvester. But right now, they have to buy a harvester, and they have to keep that harvester protected, because otherwise they will be res locked. There it is. There's the harvester drop. Now they must protect this harvester.
Now would be a good time for them to probably move towards reactor as well, because there's not a lot of action happening in reactor, and it'd be a good way for them to grab an extra res node that would probably be protected for quite a while. But look at this massive Marine push through the phase gate at ventilation. We've got 4 Marines pushing their way into data core.
Ooh, Dragonite goes down, and now there's 4 Marines coming in here. And the Marines probably they don't know the resource situation is so dire for the aliens. Interesting that there was no gorge used to try and speed construction.
Look at this. Gold Duck saying, look, I can do it too. Going straight after the power at Marine start. Goes down easily to Scram and Eagle Eye.
And also note that the Marines do have welders, so if the power does go down, they'll probably be able to build it up fairly quickly.
Phase gate and ventilation down to 34%, but the mines are out now. Charizard and Zubat coming in to help out. Venusaur moving through Crossroads to take out that res node. Shotguns are being researched.
Shotguns are being researched.
Big Marine push again into Data Core. Skulks pushing around and through. Oh, we're going to see a Skulk Rush on command. Flight control, here they come. God, we played a lot of Veil yesterday. All right, Skulk Rush into flight. Yeah. Skoogan taking lots of damage. Skoogan goes down. Eagle Eye goes down, but the mine takes out Zubat, and the Marines are all beaconed back, so these other Skulks are going to rush quickly to that phase gate, which has been healed, and they can't get there in time. So now it's a matter of just defending Data Core.
So the big thing that happened just then was not the attack on flight control, but it was the fact that the aliens were under attack in Data Core. But instead of trying to defend Data Core, they attacked flight control, forcing the Marines to beacon back. So that's goes to show that the best defense is often an offense. Now more pressure in Data Core. Creo getting some good firing on those Skulks. A lot of clogs up here to try and protect this hive. I like this.
Oh, and there's some but we got a problem while all that distraction's going on. Three players up in Atrium. Eagle Eye, Skoogan, and Fana going immediately for that res node. They're trying to lock them in just like they did last round.
Oh man, the Skulks cannot react fast enough to this. There's no wave spawn coming to save this Harvester because most of them are alive. The Harvester's gone. They do have enough resources to drop 2, but all this time, you know, losing Harvesters means you're getting further and further away from getting higher level life forms out, and that means Archaea is pulling ahead in technology. They have more extractors. They have 4 extractors to 0 Harvesters right now. They've only ever lost 1.
And they've got an issue here too with the fact that the Data Core hive is down to 67% and not being healed. That could be a good advantage to Archaea.
So Pokemasters is definitely on the back foot here. And remember, if Pokemasters lose this game, they lose the tournament, and Archaea goes through with the win. So this is, they're definitely feeling the stress. And oh, the Harvester in Data Core's under attack. Ooh, too much, man. Too much. Can't handle this. They need another Gorge out right now to grow these faster, because right now they are just growing so slowly. Oh, and there's a big push coming into Data. They'll kill that Harvester for sure. It's very low on health. Dragonite all on his own. Oh, Wasabi, I can't take it. If they lose this Harvester, they're going to be in so much trouble. The fire is already coming in. There's no Skulks anywhere near it. Oh, no.
They have no res coming in right now. None. And if the Marines can push quickly up into Atrium, they can res lock this alien team, and this is over.
The grenade launches.
I hope this doesn't happen. We've got a Skulk making his way into flight. But he's quickly met by Ryan and his rifle. Ryan able to get off. Oh, great shots, but the Charizard takes him down.
The grenade launches are up, which is big. Well, Charizard's trying to do some damage in flight control. He's very carefully avoided the mines. He's not going to be able to take that down, though. Ryan and Eagle Eye will be just fine. So definitely starting to see some desperation play out of Pokemasters. Often going for the power node is a desperation play. It's a gamble. We're seeing 3 Skulks moving down via crevice. They may go for the power node again.
They really need to get this phase gate down in ventilation. That'll allow them to get more time for the team to react. But there is a big push, but it's just unfortunate because they've got so much to their advantage right now. Archaea has got the phase gate and the observatory. There's so many mines, and with those grenades out, this Pokemaster team just can't seem to get the upper hand in that base.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like Pokemaster's game right now. Sorry, like Archaea's game. Pokemasters, they have got their backs to the wall. Data Core is still under attack. The resource node is up. They do have 10 resources, so they're not going to be res locked. But oh my goodness, there's so much pressure coming out of Archaea right now. Pokemasters must be feeling it. Remember, we are playing on a North American server right now. Pokemasters does have that slight ping advantage in combat, but it's just not enough for them right now. And the grenades are popping off in Data Core.
A hive in Data Core down to 45%, taking serious damage left and right. The aliens wave spawning in there, able to take out all the Marines, but they've got to get this phase gate down if they have any hopes of saving this match.
They do. Now, where have they dropped another Harvester? Reactor Core is a new Harvester. If this can go up, they might be back in this game. But you're right, Wasabi. This phase gate in the ventilation is just killing the aliens because it's allowing these Marines to stream up through pipe junction into data core and continuously do damage to the alien team. And the Skulks are just not winning enough of the 1v1s right now. Archaea is killing off these Skulks. They only have leap, they have no evolutions, nothing. The Marines are getting armor level 1. That's going to mean another Skulk bite to kill these players. There's the wave spawn. And the wave spawn has allowed these aliens to defend this area. Oh, I spoke too soon. It's only Charizard left. There are a couple of Hydras near the hive. That'll help a lot. Hydras plus players equals a good defense. Hydras on their own, of course, mean nothing, which is the way we want it. Charizard going up against Fana here. And this hive is in serious trouble. There's grenades landing on it. It's going to go down if the aliens cannot pull it out right now.
Marine team doing a great job of keeping up the pressure here in data core. Aliens making their way back into flight. Again, going for that power node, which really seems kind of futile at this point. I think they need to try to figure out another attempt to make something happen here.
Yeah.
Again, I'd love to see them take down that phase gate, but there goes data core, folks. Data core is down.
Yeah, this phase gate invent. Oh, Poke GG's!
GG. Now, wait. I'm not going to call this game yet. They have called a GG, which means that Archaea has won 3 out of 5, which means they've won this 5-game series. But there is a question related to the double elimination rules, and since Archaea technically came back from the lower bracket, does that in fact mean that they need to win twice in a row in the 5 best of 5? So there's going to be a quick team chat while you're doing a replay of this, Hugh. We will be back in just a moment.
Okay, well, while Wasabi goes and talks rules again, I'm going to say that I do believe that that is victory for Archaea. And I was about to celebrate, but Wasabi has put a dampener on this. It is his tournament, so I'm going to let him talk rules with these captains. And meanwhile, we are going to go and look at some stats from that game, see what exactly happened, and hopefully we'll get some post-match interviews with these guys as well, or maybe we won't if we're going to play again. But I'm going to pull up the stats right now so we can take a look at what is going on. I'm just trying to load these stats up now. It looks like the stats system might be choking a bit on loading them up. And so I might just go to a replay instead. Let's see if they will come up. Looks like they do not want to come up. So let's go to a replay instead and look at some of those moments. And this was definitely not a game decided in a few seconds. This was a game decided over the course of strong, sustained Marine play. And looks like my replay doesn't want to start either. It's just one of those days. It's one of those days. Okay, now I'm going to start my replay.
Is 1-2.
And we're going to be off with that, and we're going to see what's going on. So let's fast forward to just after the start. Here we have the power going down in data core. And at this point, I mean, the aliens weren't looking too bad. They've got 32 resources in the bank. The phase gate is actually just going up on ventilation. And watch this phase gate, guys. This is pretty much the most important thing in this game in terms of the Marine pressure. Because this is... this phase gate is what allowed the Marines to just continually pressure data core throughout the game. And in pressuring data core over and over again, that's what allowed them to win it, because yes, there were some snipe attacks on the Harvester in Atrium, but really the fact that the aliens were always having to defend here in data core, they were always having to rebuild their Harvester here that was destroyed repeatedly. In fact, they gave up at one point and went for Reactor, which is traditionally a more vulnerable point than putting a Harvester in your hive, means that that the Marines were just always in a good position in this game. Archaea had played it out solidly. That phase gate alone in ventilation really did cause huge amounts of trouble. You can see this is where it almost went down. At this moment, when Venusaur and Zubat were taken down and Kuruyo was okay there, is probably the moment where the game, I wouldn't say was decided, but came very close to being decided, because if the phase gate had gone down, the pressure would have been relieved on data core, the aliens could have gone on the offensive, and the Harvester there being killed by Ryan in Atrium. So that was really a 1-2 punch there. Gold Duck saying, no, get out to Ryan, but it's too late. And that phase gate stays up, that harvester goes down, and that's really, I think, is the deciding point for this match. And what we have later on throughout the match is really not a grind down, but a situation where Pokemasters were never really able to break the cycle. And that cycle was, we're copying fire from ventilation, and we just can't do anything about it. You can see right now the Marines have 5 extractors, and they maintained 5 extractors for most of the game. I think they went up to 6 at one point as well. No, they stayed on 5. They didn't take crossroads at any point. They've got mines, they've got welders, and their tech advantage just goes on. Because with 0 harvesters up against 5 extractors, the tech advantage for the Marines is just going to be off the chain. And truly, it's going to be very, very difficult for any alien team to come back when you've got that going, especially there's the phase gate going down to 30% again, but Dragonite going down, unable to capitalize there and win that game. So now let's see if we can get some stats up here, and we'll see if the stat system is playing ball. Otherwise we will look at the bracket and see what these teams have done to get to their, ooh, there's a green dot, to get to the position they're currently in. Just moving myself around there so I don't get kicked from my server. I'm actually playing this game, and yeah, it looks like the stat system has decided that this stat system is a community effort done by community members, which is just outstanding. And what we can do is look at the previous, I mean, we can see the previous stats, and I just want to bring those up. This is the previous game, not the game we just watched, just to point out that all of this is a community effort. All the graphs you normally see, we normally have a tech graph here. I think the website might be taking a bit of a dump right now because it's not giving us what it normally gives us, but this is all a community effort, which is just outstanding, and anyone can go there, ns2stats.org, to see that. And like so many things, like the entire spectator system, like this entire map, in fact, it's worth pointing that out, that this entire map you see right here was built by the National Section 2 community. It was started by a bloke named Psychoman, continued by a guy named Mendasp, and various others have maintained it. So it's actually a community map that has now been made official. And of course, this entire spectator system insight that you can see here, all of this, everything you see, and of course these health bars when they're up, is all a community effort. And that to me is just outstanding. And NS2 Stats is another example of that community effort.